Hello and welcome to episode number 3 of I Can't Fight This Feeling Anymore, I've Forgotten What I Started Fighting For. I'm your host, Niko, they, them, and I'm joined as always by Sparkletone, they, them.
I need a moment to recover from that choice of title. Hi, I'm Alex. I'm Sparkletone on Twitter and the Discord, and I am definitely a they.
We also have Peregrine, they, them.
Boo! I'm
it's
trying to
not
scare
Halloween
you. Guys,
No, you can't. You have to wait till next year.
It is never not Halloween. I'm Peregrine.
And finally, Mo, he, him.
The real question is it ever Halloween?
So you can't start this spicy this early in the video.
You just weren't ready for it.
All right, well, the rules for this series are, 1, I'm only allowed to play the 2 hours a week that I play for these recordings, no extra playing on the side. 2, I'm not allowed to look anything up, write anything down. I can only rely on my memory and my coaches for advice. And 3, no backseating in the chat. I know I explain this every time, but being told by a bunch of people how to play a game isn't my idea of fun, so sorry. For a quick recap of last week's episode, we finished exploring Majula and talked to a variety of friends. I explored further into the Forest of Fallen Giants and unlocked a new shortcut. And we also farmed a pretty good amount, helped me level up a few times, buy a second soul arrow, the blacksmith's key, a few Estus flask shards, and we also learned the proper way to pronounce Mario. It's Mario.
Sources say that the deliberations are still ongoing on that last point.
Well, speaking of things that are no longer ongoing, a final note before we get started here is that this episode is scheduled to go live the day after the U.S. election, but at the time we're recording this, we don't know what's going to happen yet. So if you're wondering why we don't sound elated or dejected based on the results or don't have any commentary to offer, that's why. Nevertheless, we sincerely hope that things turned out well and want to remind everyone to please practice self-care now that the election is over. Any other starting thoughts before we get going?
Artorias 2020.
I do want to note. You mentioned meeting the blacksmith and helping Kale out with his basement.
Yeah.
I do want to remind you that while you were hanging out on a ladder, a bird dropped a man on a roof, and then he sank into the floor immediately. That was weird.
Yes. So, I did see a man sink into a floor. I think there's a little bit of further exploring to do in that area that I want to take care of. And then there's also another area like over this way, kind of like in a stairwell that seems like it's a completely different area, as well as in the bonfire that I'm about to go to. There's also an upstairs that I never checked out, so I don't know if that's like another completely separate area, but I kind of want to focus on going down one path for now because I haven't hit a boss yet, and I feel like I'm due for one this episode, so I'd like to actually have a chance to fight a boss.
Yeah, let's start out where we left off, like in that area.
Yeah.
And we can remember the other path for... We haven't forgotten the other path.
We'll save that for once I beat a boss or otherwise get stuck or something. So we were here. All right. So yeah. So this stairwell is the one that did not go up. So I will save that for later. And
Gotta go down to go up.
Yep.
That's just physics.
Actually,
I figured
let's go up that staircase right now.
Okay.
Just to
No time like the present. I mean,
Yeah.
It could be like one room and otherwise nothing, or it could be an entirely new area. So I have not looked anything up. I have no idea what's up here. It could be my own death. It is a hallway. And it's a door. And it's locked. All right. Well.
Yeah.
Yeah. That was fun.
I wanted us to sort of stick a pin in that now rather than later
Well-
while we're here.
I mean, I figured there was a decent chance of it being that, given that like the ladder down into a hole in the ground is like the less appealing path, and a lot of times I feel like Dark Souls wants you to go down the less appealing path. So that's why I came down here first.
Every path in Dark Souls is appealing.
Oops.
Every path in Dark Souls is appealing. I just want to. Let's not be biased here. Every path is beautiful.
I received word from our friend and Waypoint publisher on the Vice side of things, Joel. He started Dark Souls 1 a day or two ago, and I got word tonight that he has beaten a boss, like in the game proper.
Not the first buddy.
Yeah, not the tutorial buddy.
Oh, that's great.
A fight in the actual game.
Here's an important question I have, just real quick. Is he recording the series, and is it called Dark Souls?
No and no. You'll have to take that up with him.
No and unknown. Because we don't know that if he's calling his playthrough Dark Souls or not. Just that he's not recording it as such.
He started as a sorcerer. He's intending to do a kind of heavy armor, but using magic build because he's played other games in the series a whole bunch and hasn't gone that particular,
Joel's doing my build.
My response was
Night Peregrine.
My
All right, get down there.
Yeah.
My response was
shield
yeah.
guys.
My response my response was literally, "Oh, the Mo build."
Yes, the Mo build. Little thing that maybe Joel won't hear, or he will, because he's definitely going to hear this next week, when he's like 14 days into his Dark Souls playthrough. I don't remember whether I'm giving advice based on Dark Souls 1 or 2.
Nice.
But it's good advice either way. I stand by it.
Wait, advice to him or to me? Are you mixing everything up?
To Joel, yes. No, I remember Dark Souls 2 because it's my favorite of them. But, which means that some of that memory may have bled into Dark Souls 1.
Whoa, that halberd went flying. That was fun.
Yeah.
But I played a magic user with you get like a good Harry Potter stick, and then you also get a giant tower shield and plate armor.
So
and it works very well.
Here's a question for you, Mo. Did you play that build in Dark Souls 1 or 2?
I've played through Dark Souls 1 twice, and Dark Souls 2, I 100%ed Dark Souls 2 with that build. Not 100%ed, but like did everything you could do, except for the person who gives you a lot of, I'm trying to think of how to say this in a non-spoilery way. Person who gives you access to some hard fights, who I accidentally killed. So I didn't
do not
those
like
fights.
these shield guys, in case anyone was
they're
wondering.
No,
Especially for magic. Like, I need to get good at the shield break move. And I also need to figure out when to drink my flask, which is right now.
So my first playthrough of Dark Souls 1, I was probably over-leveled and got the Quilag's longsword and basically broke the difficulty curve of that game. So I played it again as a shield, a staff and board character, if you will, and actually really enjoyed it more than the first. It's like a super interesting playstyle, just hunkering down and blasting away.
I think we should call that build is the board and sorcery build.
Yeah, that works for me.
Boards
Featuring
and
Jim
sorcery.
Guthrie. Yeah.
Board and sorcery.
I did play a sorcery build in Dark Souls 1 the one time I went through it, and
I missed.
I cannot imagine doing that without rolling a lot.
You just need a really good shield and some heavy armor.
But the heavy armor. But where's your in? How are you getting heavy armor?
You get really overleveled.
Oh no! Don't.
Wow.
Don't listen to anything Mo tells you in this game ever. That is my new advice point.
You know, you just grind certain zones until the enemies stop showing up because you defeated them in totality.
So it's like you can either lose your souls or you can lose your real life soul by just spending all your time grinding.
Just
I think you need to say that in the crone voice.
Don't spend all of your time grinding in video games.
Just to make sure, I forget if I got this in there, but it's the most important detail about Joel's playthrough. The sorcerer's name is Hot Dog with 2 G's.
Yeah, you did not get in that in there, and it's extremely good.
I saw a screenshot. It is very good. Also known as a sandwich.
How is he Hot Dog, but he's not playing a pyromancer?
Well, you can do pyromancy and magic and have a sword and have heavy armor all at the same time.
So it's a Chicago-style hot dog.
Exactly.
Is that... Oh, hello. I saw a spear poking out of somewhere.
You just
thank you for not putting up your
you
shield.
just gotta get in there, equip a deep dish pizza as your tower shield, and you're good.
We are
I
not
tried
sponsored
eating
by
deep dish
Polygon.
pizza in a hotel room with my hands once. It did not go well.
Wait,
I
you
do
said
not
you ate a
recommend
deep dish pizza and it didn't go well? Same, big mood.
Well,
I
hey
like-
now.
Wow, that's...
Well, dude, how many bad food takes are going to come up in this series?
all of them.
That's the show, right? That's not... The video game is an excuse to
I'm gonna have
air
to,
out...
We're gonna have to
all of-
load up a file and do some PvP here in a second. We're gonna have to settle this.
No, I mean, so we'll do it the way we. I was thinking about that. Maybe this is just a joke that I've been thinking about, but if settling disputes within video games and like the first game, like you pick the first game, I pick the second game, and then the third game is the third game is a 50-round Mario Party.
Oh my
No.
God. Oh my
No.
God.
The new Mario Party only goes up to 30, I thought.
Well, we play one of the old ones then.
25 turn games. That's
Yep, exactly. Average it out.
Seems like this is better in every way.
except we can't do 2 games because we could have a tie, so it needs to be 2 out of 3.
Yeah, true. So 3 15-turn games.
No, but we gotta keep three 25 turn games.
God.
15 turns doesn't give you time for the skill to manifest.
That's true.
Uh-oh.
It really is.
I'm surprised he
let
did
you
not
have that
attack.
one.
Yeah.
He heard us talking about Mario Party and got real defensive.
He was like, it's pronounced Mario Party.
No.
Oh,
That mistake with having the menu open is a thing I do all the time in these games.
It's so not
Same.
obvious. It's just hiding in the top
Yeah.
corner. Okay, so there's a little bit of loot above me that I need to get. I guess I just need to fall here. That's fine. Didn't hurt at all.
It is a really satisfying piece of like
What
muscle
are
memory
they doing?
when you stop.
They do not
doing
like
that?
that tree.
Yeah, well, I in fact like that tree, so it's time for them to get some soul arrows in the back. I'm glad that my spell does just enough damage
So
that 2 hits
let's
of
take
it
a look at
kill
this
them.
tree real quick. 'Cause
Yeah.
this is a weird fucking tree, right?
What a weird tree.
Huh. That
It's
is
cute.
weird. There's an examine button.
it's a cute tree.
There's some loot.
It's a big soul.
All right. Hello, tree. I can't. No.
Oh, that's nice. I like that a lot.
Alas.
Yeah. I wonder if this has anything to do with this. Obtainable from a giant tree. So someone told me that the trees are giants that died. Oh, that's this description. Okay. When the giants fell, they grew into
Yes.
great trees. Death is not the end, for anything that has ever once lived remains a part of the great cycle of regeneration. Okay.
But what of those outside the cycle?
So what I would say is that the fact that there's an interaction prompt there is maybe
Yes,
a
maybe I
clue,
need a different item.
but
Yeah.
but the item you are looking at is
No, it says
not-
makes
not
enemies
to do
react
with
to
this.
invaders.
Yeah.
So this is the like
Yep.
someone's
Yep, yep.
trying to kill me, and normally NPCs just ignore them completely, and yeah. But I was trying to remember where I recalled that piece of lore from, and it was there. Also, I think I remember getting a heavy soul arrow last time from a drop or from some loot or something. And am I correct in assuming that that is higher damage, longer cast time, fewer spell uses?
Yeah. I'm not sure about longer cast time, but the other two
Okay.
for sure.
All right, I'll get that. Oh, not quite. Shouldn't have skipped leg day.
It's that heavy soul arrow weighing you down.
Never skip leg day. It's the best day.
Oh, well, sorry, I can't.
maybe when we get back up there, practice the jump in the hallway before trying it for real, just so you like remember what the wind up time on like
Yeah.
the jump actually happening is, because it's not. right when you hit
I've
the
surprisingly managed to make like other jumps in this game without falling to my death. So knock on wood. I'm sure it'll happen at some point, but there we go.
The
Torch.
the most entertaining part of any From Software stream is when the streamer gets like frustrated to the point of tears because they can't make
Was
one
it
jump.
jumping? Yeah.
Yeah.
Oh, missed the wagon. Took some damage.
I just realized that this is like a weird non sequitur thing, but I was trying to think of a pun for leg day. And in French, leg day is jour de jambe, which I think is beautiful. Anyway, I just couldn't remember the French word for leg because I kept thinking it was jambon, which is ham.
Hey, if you're really hitting leg day, then your jambe becomes a jambon. So
You can pronounce those correctly, and you can't pronounce Mario. Why do you hate Italian so much, Joel? I just called you. I
I'm
started
from-
saying Joel, and then they said Mo, and so I just called you Joe. I'm sorry.
that's fine. You know, you were halfway there.
I'm gonna call you Joe until you pronounce Mario correctly, though.
Well, I guess then you're just gonna call. Listen. I'm from Long Island, New York. I know. I'm more familiar with Italians who pronounce the plumber as Mario than a lot of people. Like, I'm coming with authority here. I'm gonna, not to dox myself mildly, but like, I've heard Mario said by many people where I'm from.
Question:
Now-
Can
yeah.
you like do any sort of backstab with the wand, or do I have to
You
use
can, but you need the sword in your right hand, so we would need to flip your weapon equip, and then you do it with the sword.
Yeah.
Oh, that's cool. I didn't.
You
know
also need to be named Snape, and the victim needs to be Dumbledore.
I do like having it in my right hand. I can just not have anything in my left hand, I guess, and swap. Did I do that right?
It's for
Yeah.
unless I'm misremembering something, because the games all bleed together. Your left hand can never do the
Oh, well, it didn't matter. That's all.
Left hand can't do like lead melee, I think, but it can do everything else.
yeah, like it can't do the visceral attacks when you parry, that kind of stuff.
Oh, that's right. I unequipped it.
You did punch
Nope.
them real good, though.
Oh! Oh!
Wow, big jump.
Very close.
All right.
Very close.
Yeah. I was trying to save my spells. I don't know how much further there is to explore here. That's okay.
There's a decent amount.
Yeah. I've been kind of burning through them. All right, let's put that back. That whole sneaking up on him thing did not really work out, so... And hopefully at some point I will be able to equip this, although it's still a couple of points of strength and I can do it. I'd rather have that than...
That's a good new angle for leg day, is that it'll help you be better at sneaking.
Yeah, it's true. You know, the stronger your legs are, the more fine control you can exhibit with them.
Yeah, like, I don't
Hold up
know,
here.
tiptoeing is all in the calves, you know?
Exactly. And those hamstrings to absorb the shock that you might otherwise put onto the floor,
Oh, I forgot
super
about these
important.
guys. Give me a lock on. I have to fight these two shield guys again, too. Oh, come on. The spear, they can just, like, get you from such range and poke
Yeah.
you.
I've always had more trouble with the shield and spear boys than the even the sword and shield ones.
There we go. It's a good hit.
Yeah, spears were my gateway melee because you could keep the shield up while you use it. But it's just not... At some point I discovered the joy of greatswords, and I've just never looked back.
What about the
They are
joy
pretty
of great
great.
shield and a little staff and a lot of armor?
It just sounds like the antithesis of what I enjoy.
You just...
That sounds like
Got
the Mario. That sounds like the Mario of Dark Souls to me.
Ooh.
Yeah, I cannot disagree with that assessment, because
Yeah.
you just said two things that are correct in my brain. So
I mean, I think this explains a lot. I think we're coming to a way through which to resolve our differences, you and I.
You gonna wake up?
I still think it's the thing I proposed. We do randomizer. We do randomizer round 1, soccer video game round 2, and then 6 hours of Mario Party. I think that's how we resolve our differences.
That sounds like a fate worse than death.
I wonder, like, how this is just one of those things where I'm actually now genuinely curious, like, if my trying to play a soccer game would be worse than your trying to play a randomizer. Because it might be, because I don't know anything about, like, sports video games.
That's actually could be a funny stream. Because I've never completed Link to the Past. I was a Sega kid, so I've never, like, I watched friends play it, but I've never meaningfully played that game beyond, like...
It's hard. I played it earlier this year for the first time ever, and it is not forgiving.
Vanilla Link to the Past is, I would argue, harder than the randomized version. But
I can see that.
It's also one of those weird things where, like, randomizers being easier also presumes that you know where to, like, check for things.
Yeah.
So maybe it's not entirely true. I have been playing Castlevania randomizers this week, and one interesting thing there has been realizing, like, how different those games are in terms of difficulty. So Aria of Sorrow is pretty straightforward, and, like, the randomizer is definitely easier than the normal game because you pick up, like, powerful things earlier. Dawn of Sorrow is a different beast entirely because of like how wonky the touch control implementation. Like, there's just a lot of weird ways that they gate access to things in that game that I'd completely forgotten about that are a lot less intuitive. It's very interesting.
I was reminded a few days ago. I had heard about these, but had sort of forgotten that beyond just item location randomizers, people have decided, at least for Link to the Past, that those aren't enough. And there's now versions that will shuffle where all the doors in the game go to.
Mm-hmm.
Oh, that's cool.
Which sounds
So it just turns Link to the Past into
mind-bending.
Fez.
Oh,
It's
it's closed.
it's also like very clearly what paved the way for the Metroid
Real
Link to the
quick.
Past.
So Niko, what happened there is there's a dude sitting next to that door that you decided to not go talk to. You decided to check another path. And if you talk to him, his name is Pate, and he will tell you that a friend of his came in here and the door shut behind him. And his friend never came back. But if you want to go in there, he hears there's good treasure. And then when you walk through the door shuts. So
Yeah, Pate's a friend. He's just trying to point you to the good treasure.
Well, but I came the other way. I came backwards.
you did it backwards, but you're not done exploring this little bit just yet.
Huh. Okay. Interesting. I didn't really see any other ways to go other than
Unless I'm forgetting something.
let's see.
I don't think you are. I
boxes.
think there is a part that has not been checked yet.
There was also like someone is doing something. I think that might be those enemies attacking the tree over around the wall there. But there was a message that said something about an illusory wall, and that's interesting. It also could be a lie.
Well,
these
check
corpses
the
slowly
wall.
fall down the stairs.
I mean,
you gotta.
Do I have to check all the walls? Like,
how else can you be sure?
if there's a message and it seems like maybe it's not out of the realm of possibility. So which is it? That message?
I think it was this one. Oh, so it's this. Yeah, actually, this one does look different. So I wonder if I just need to.
You have to hit them in this game. It's not.
How can walls be real?
Rolling doesn't do it.
Yeah, but I use a sword, and that's not doing it either.
Yeah,
How can walls be real if our eyes aren't real?
That's a good question.
It's true.
So
makes you think.
Nah, if you're bonking, it's not there.
Okay.
Yep.
So
But try control, which.
I don't know what control means. I saw that in a message last week as well, and that was the guy that just blew himself up. So
it's often.
Let's talk to Pate real quick now that we're out of his little adventure.
I can just drop down here
and
hope I don't take too much damage.
Control should be to the left of the spacebar somewhere on your keyboard.
Ah, okay. Yeah, I am playing Dark Souls with a keyboard. That's a lie. I am playing a controller.
So you just have to squeeze the controller, and that activates control.
His dialogue is different.
I have a very deep voice.
If you don't talk to him first, his dialogue is different. I either never knew that or had forgotten.
This guy.
Unsavory bandits.
He just wants to Pate's good.
Are they sour or are they sweet?
Just take this.
Sour Patch Bandits?
It allows undead to call out for help to one another across the fissures between worlds. With luck, somebody will lend you a hand.
Pate says he's sour, but he's sweet.
Good to see you safe. Good to see you safe.
All right. So now where are we? Is this
wait.
right? Okay,
real
I remember
quick.
this.
I think I just remembered that illusory walls work differently in this one, and it's not rolling and it's not hitting them. sorry if this is going to waste a minute or two, but could we go back to
Sure.
where that message
I think
was?
I already fully explored that room after setting the trap off and going in there. So
Did
I
we
don't
go
think I need
down
to go
the?
back in
Did
there.
we go downstairs in there?
Oh no, that's right. There was more down there.
Okay, let's check the wall real quick. I think in this game you hit it's X on a PlayStation controller, whatever the lowest of the face buttons is.
Hold on. I'm currently being ambushed.
Yeah.
Oof, that's a lot of guys. Okay, all right.
One of my very, very common ways of dying to just random goobers in these games is I will try to sort of get around them to make, like, for a door to get somewhere more open to have the
Yeah.
fight. And I will manage to not have enough room for my character's collision detection to get through where they're standing, and so I will just roll a bunch like a goofus while they slaughter me unceremoniously.
I do
It's
love when
always
these guys
funny.
die. They do like a little belly flop as part of their death animation. It's very good. Not these two again.
We already saw it happen once with a halberd earlier. A thing I really like is that they turn off the physics for bodies kind of basically immediately when they fall to the ground, so you don't get the ragdolls like in the other games. But that doesn't always happen for like items, and so occasionally like a shield they're carrying will just go flying off. So I hope we get to see that more than just the ones that happened earlier.
I will be right back. I'm just gonna get some water.
Sure.
Stay hydrated, gamers.
Yes. Drink water. All right.
Actually, you know, if you put your weapon on your right hand and your staff on your left, you could probably still do backstabs.
Yeah, I don't know if I love using my left bumper as my main kind of attack button. That felt kind of awkward when I was doing that for the first episode of all this. So it's this way. Okay. So trigger the trap. Oh, that guy didn't die that time. Wow. And here come the rest.
And I'm back.
Welcome back.
Ooh, stamina.
Yeah. Oh, he's gone. That's fine. He didn't have anything more to say anyway. So, got all that back. That's good.
I wonder
and
if
that's
we'll
right.
ever
So,
see Pate again.
Probably not.
That's
well,
not
we'll
how
just have to
these
pay and
games
see.
work.
Yeah.
Peregrine's
steal my
mad. They
bit.
didn't. Peregrine's mad. They didn't think of it.
Puns are everyone's game.
Wait,
should
what
I?
was the
All right.
pun? I missed it. I missed the pun.
So
Well-
we do want to check out the downstairs in there, and we also want to go back to that wall real quick because I forgot how illusory walls work in this game.
All right, I'm just going to do this one then since I cleared out this room and I don't want to have to come back here, assuming this isn't like a long path, but I guess we'll find out. I'm getting to that point where I also kind of want to level up. Or maybe like check out the armor vendor and buy some new armor or something.
Oh, hey.
Yeah,
this
let's
is
get some fashion
You know,
going.
You get some heavy armor going to go with that.
No, I'm gonna go light armor. I'm a caster, not Mo.
Have you ever heard of a little game called Dungeons and Dragons? Because you can totally
no, I've
wear
never heard of
heavy
it.
armor and cast anything you want in that game. Can you even do that? I don't think you can do that.
Ah,
Oh, you hate to see that happen.
See, if you had
So
if you had heavy
if
armor
you-
there,
If you open a chest and see anything other than the glowy of an item, just start mashing the roll button because something fun is about to happen.
yeah.
We do have a Pharaoh's Lockstone, and that message did say, hit the
Yes,
switch
it
and
was-
get a ring, so...
Okay. I wanted to look at the rest of the room before actually confirming on that prompt. But
Yeah.
that was, as it turns out, maybe not the best decision for my long-term health. Where's that guy that's usually patrolling here?
He might have despawned due to being murdered, or he might be right there.
No, I think that's the one that's sleeping by the door. Okay, well, maybe if
Spooky.
you kill them enough times, they stop respawning, so you can't farm. Is that a
Yep.
Spooky.
yeah, that is a thing.
Okay.
Yep. You can undo that
You
with
can
an
still
item.
farm.
but
Don't
it-
worry. Yeah.
you can undo that with an item, but it makes the area harder.
AK more souls.
It's basically it's an allegory for deforestation.
It's
This game
It's a
has this
super-
deforestation's a big theme in this game. That's why you saw all those dudes chopping up that tree. You know.
It's a
It's
super
true.
wild idea to be able to piecemeal area by area turn the game into NG+.
It's one of my favorite things, like one of my favorite little things about this game. I think that system is so cool. And sure, maybe it led me to be wildly overleveled, but I still think it's very cool. I was gonna be wildly overleveled anyway, but I got wildly overleveled earlier.
Sounds like you got farm over leveled, not wild over leveled.
I have a tendency to like to be slightly over leveled in these myself. I just usually get there by doing boss co-op instead of farming regular goobers.
I just spent like 50 hours in the Iron Keep. So
That's a place. That's a place someone might spend 50 hours just in a normal playthrough.
You
Is
know
it?
how
If they're
You
having
know-
a bad time.
I couldn't be me.
nothing but good times here, folks.
Yep.
You know how I like to get over leveled. It's getting good.
Okay, so that chest is going to kill me again.
You should open that chest, but then dodge.
Okay, well, let me first do this, I guess. Assuming that horrible things don't happen. Ooh, just put it right in the mouth.
Not touching that one.
Oh.
And now there's a glowy.
Ah.
So,
Hit that one.
With what?
Or hit,
Oh, just-
either attack it or hit,
Aha.
yeah.
Okay, that's cool.
so I have a question, not about Dark Souls, about Castlevania. How well do the two Castlevania games in that PlayStation bundle hold up? Because I've never played a Castlevania, and I'm curious.
Oh.
I am in the middle of Rondo of Blood, and that is sure a very good, but very, very much an old ass pre-Soten Castlevania game.
You just said Soten, and I hate it.
Sotan.
So is Soten the one I should start with
For
for maximum enjoyment?
What do you like in a game?
Many things, but I don't like games that I don't know.
I mean,
What
so
don't I like?
I mean, you don't like
What?
deep dish pizza,
Hold
which
up,
is sort of
hold
more
up,
like
hold
what
up.
Symphony of
Hold
the Night
up.
is.
Niko, read that message again.
Yeah. Said, try attacking, and then are you ready?
Maybe try attacking. Oh, you're bonking off the door frame. Do you have an L2 attack?
Oh, no. They're opening it for me.
You got their attention. That was the thing we wanted
Alright.
to happen.
Yes.
Knock, knock, open up the door.
May I please come in? Hello?
I mean,
Some doors, not all of them, but some doors in this game are destructible. That one looks like metal, so it wouldn't have been. The
I'm glad I came back here. There's definitely a lot of stuff. A lot
life
of
ring
stuff.
and a large shard.
Yeah,
was a
like
good
that's.
room.
I won't be able to use that for a while, but
so the thing about deep dish pizza is it's like the food equivalent of playing a gotcha game on your phone for so long that your eyes hurt.
Nah, okay, hold on a second here.
and you're saying that's bad?
I'm just saying it is what it is. They're the same thing.
It's, why is it a god? I don't, okay. A deep dish pizza is not like you don't like know what you're gonna get when you order it. Like, that's not a gotcha.
Okay, fine. It's like playing an idle clicker on your phone until your eyes
hurt. A deep
hurt.
dish pizza is like playing a Dark Souls game where you farm every enemy in an area to the point of extinction.
No, it's like playing
It's
a
like
Dark Souls game where you kill one enemy and then you get so tired you don't want to play it anymore.
Hold up, Niko, open the deadly chest and then just get out of the way.
All right. I was going to do the sort of boring thing and go back and level up like 4 times, but if I lose 5,000 souls, I'm going to be real sad.
How about equip a shield and hold it out, or just start rolling?
I can't. I
Roll.
can't.
Yep,
afford...
you did it. You did
There
it.
you go. Good job.
Nailed it. And hey, weapon.
Wow,
upgrade
one shard for all of that.
Hey,
Deep
at this
dish
point
pizza
in the
is
game,
the blight town of pizza.
A good idea, but maybe overdone. Yeah, I could get behind that. But, you know,
I cannot participate in this conversation any more than I could participate in our pre-show conversation about random access memories. All I can say is Get Lucky is the sound of the summer, and Pequods is delicious as hell.
Pequods is fine.
What the hell is the Pequods?
Pequods
It's a deep dish
is a
pizza
local
restaurant
pizza place.
in Chicago.
Oh, okay. I mean, I'm from like a state that isn't known for pizza. Is the real answer to like my opinions on pizza. So I just think all of y'all with like weird hang-ups about what is and is not good about pizza. It's like New Yorkers and bagels. Have you ever talked to a New Yorker about bagels?
Are we going to talk about bagels right now?
I mean,
So-
I'm gonna be honest. I don't have strong opinions about bagels
Okay.
because
You're not from,
My
you're not from
opinion
New
is
York,
that
so
Lox is
that-
I
bad.
like bagels.
Lox is a terrible way to ruin a bagel.
Okay, that's a
just-
little. I was just gonna say I like bagels, and I'm like I don't get real
I don't
intense
have a-
about like what is and is not a good bagel. You know.
I don't have a. I'm probably a moderate bagel. I'm a reform bagel person. In that, I think that bagel stores in other cities can be good and great, but I'm not here for that stack of 6 bagels from the supermarket that came from the moon.
Oh yeah. I mean that's
those are not bagels.
I mean, like, there's
But,
a
like-
difference between, like, bread that comes in, like, a pre-sliced loaf from a major manufacturer and, like, bakery bread, right? Like, that's just universal for baked products. But,
Yes,
like,
but I would argue that like pre-sliced bread can still be good.
I will.
And,
I will
like,
agree that
the
precise
grocery
bread
store-
is better than grocery store bagels. I'll
The
agree with
grocery
that.
store bagels are grocery store packaged bagels. Maybe the grocery store has a good in-house bakery. Who could say? But
That's
yeah,
true.
I'm not.
Yeah.
I'm not a bagel. I'm not a bagel
like,
purist in that sense.
You don't need like
I
the New York water to make the right bagels. You know.
No, I mean it
Yeah.
helps.
Science might debate that, but you know,
I'm sure it does.
take what you need.
But you want a guy from Staten Island being like, "Hey, it's in the water." Like, doesn't that make your bagel taste better?
It makes
I
me
think it
not
does.
want to talk to the person trying to sell me the bagel.
Hey,
Oh, I was gonna check and
Bacon
see
here.
what armor options were available. Let's go take a look at that real quick. Yeah, the
You passed him. Niko, you passed him.
Hmm?
He's in the house.
Oh, this house.
Not
Wait, no, this
Kale's
is the
mansion.
What?
He's in there.
No, this is the. Does he sell armor too?
Oh, you meant
There was the other guy that also.
Yeah.
sold
Okay.
armor.
Sorry, I
Yeah, yeah.
misunderstood who you were trying to buy from.
I just want like. I haven't really found any armor sets yet, and I was hoping to get something that is not like the kind of crappy starter stuff. So,
Yeah, it's time to glow up. You know,
yep.
we got the green glow. It's time to get the
might
fast
need
glow.
might need some boss souls to have the real glow up.
yeah.
Mm. All right. Is there like a compare?
Hit the X button.
Yeah, that's this.
Hit it again.
There's this, which shows my total stats, but
Yeah,
it isn't showing how this compares to what I currently have.
The UI stuff is one of those things where it's all melded together in my brain because I've spent a zillion hours with all of these at this point, to
Yeah.
varying degrees.
Okay, well, I can't really afford much of it anyway.
Well, I do hope
So-
I see you again.
I think we're doing all right. We can take quite a few hits from the regular goobers, and we'll see how we're feeling about a boss when we get there.
Yeah. Okay. Something that I hear is pretty controversial, but I actually like it, is the local version of a hot dog called the Seattle dog, which is a hot dog or sausage with cream cheese on it.
Oh.
And
No.
I am all about that.
Oh.
Yeah.
I have had some
Now-
weird. I've had some weird, fancy encased meat type foods in my life. There used to be a very famous by hot dog standards hot dog place called Hot Dogs here in Chicago that is closed now except for a terrible facsimile in Wrigley Stadium. And that place would do like super gourmet stuff. Basically because the guy who ran it was a big fancy chef, and he got tired of being a big fancy chef, and he decided he just wanted to make really, really good hot dogs for people. So he did that for a while.
Yeah.
But he would also get they would get in like snake sausage or I think kangaroo once or twice.
Ooh, I love some kangaroo.
And there would be sort of, let's say, more exotic stuff than just the standard Vienna sausages and hot dogs.
I have had
Reaction
a
time.
rabbit and snake sausage at some point. But it's not
Rabbit,
It
Rabbit.
tastes like sausage.
rabbit,
Like, I
I've
feel-
rabbit,
yeah.
rabbit. I've had a bunch of times. There's a place not too far from my apartment that used to do one that was barbecue duck, pears, and a couple other things, and it was real good.
That sounds good. My rabbit to me just tastes like really tender dark meat chicken. but I've never had snake. I'm curious. I've had crocodile or alligator. I forget.
Yeah, I've had that too. I don't know how to describe it in any useful manner. So
I mean, reptiles
before you go around the
appropriate,
corner
like-
and alert these dudes,
Can I
try
just do
hitting.
this without-
You're on an Xbox controller, right? Try hitting
Yep.
A against the wall.
Oh.
Yeah.
Hey, hot dog.
Oh, I don't remember.
Sorry,
this. Jeez.
sorry about that. So in literally all the other games, you roll into.
Oh,
or
you just got the only staff that you'll ever need. There you go.
So okay.
Unless you don't want to be like Mo. If you don't want to be like Mo.
It's the same. It's the
it's-
starting staff.
Oh wait,
Yeah.
which is the good one?
Well, the one that I've equipped
We'll
is a
find
+1.
it if we get there. I don't want to tell
What's
you what the good one is.
good one? Is it's got a similar name.
Oh, I know what it is. It's pyromancy flame.
Yeah, for sorcery. Mhm.
Okay.
But okay, so now that we meaning I, and as a result, all of us remember how hidden walls work in this game. It's you have to run up to them and hit the use button. So it's like playing Doom or a similar old first-person shooter. Just
Yeah, but
run
you
along the
don't get a
walls,
prompt. Is the key?
spamming the
I
button.
guess.
So there's nah, that one's a liar. That's a liar ahead.
Okay.
So an annoying thing that people will do in this game is that they'll put a message in front of a fake illusionary wall and make you think that you can't open it because the message is there. But I believe all illusionary walls take precedent over reading a message, so you shouldn't have that problem.
Okay.
Let's try that elevator.
So yeah, this elevator has been really intriguing me, and I've been wanting to step on it, but I wanted to take care of finishing that area off first, so I can just never go back there, except for whenever I figure out what to do with that tree.
Well, before we do that, there's the other side of this room.
Yeah.
So let's
Okay.
do that, and that'll kind of
Clear off this floor.
yeah, and then that'll be kind of the only thing we have left at the
Wake
moment.
up.
Has anyone played Stories Untold?
Does the
Nope.
game have a plot? Because that doesn't sound like an untold story to me.
It's well,
Hey,
I haven't played
a
it.
shield and a life gem.
Yeah. Also, that reminds me. I think that with my strength increase, I should be able to equip at least one of these now. Yeah. So I can do this one. This one
Nice.
is better, but I'll just have to do
Your
another
equip load
strength
is
before I
still
can get
alright.
that one.
I said your equip load is still alright. So the
Yeah, because
blue
I think
shield
it's
is-
actually going down when I unequip that sword. So
shield is 85. So
it's not great, but like ideally, I'm not using it a whole lot. I think.
I want to say the someone in Majula sells a 100% shield for physical damage. Maybe we can check that out when we're flush with cash.
100% damage reduction? Where's the fun in that?
All right, I guess this guy's just never gonna wake up. That's fine. Sometimes you just want to sleep.
Taking a nap.
And I can probably get over there from around the elevator if I just don't trigger it.
Maybe? I can't remember. Nope.
Maybe not. No, there's wood in the way.
Okay. So
So
we know
I don't
there's a
if I can
door.
make
We know
that
there's a
jump.
door over there, and that door's locked. So
Yeah, and then there's that shortcut will come back around to here, so that probably opens up at some point.
Yep.
Okay, well, assuming that down there lies my imminent doom, I might as well just go up and get a free heal, recharge my spells. We're right here,
yeah.
and yeah, we'll see what's down there.
not to reignite the pizza discourse, the deep dish course. But one thing I do want to clear up as somebody from Chicago, some people seem to have this bizarre idea that we only do the thick pizza here, and that's absolutely not the case. In fact, there are many more places that do like tavern style or thin crust or whatever you want to call it, pizza.
Tavern style?
You go to
Taverns?
look. That is the
Literally,
term.
I'm
That is the term I have
legitimately-
seen on food blogs.
I'm
That-
legitimately sitting in Brooklyn right now, and you're calling normal pizza tavern style
Tavern
pizza?
style
No!
pizza! Ah, yes,
Look,
pizza.
I have some.
For the commoners in their taverns.
Hail, hail, fellow, well met. Welcome to my tavern. Would you like a pizza?
These commoners with their thin crusts.
We're serving grog and pizza.
Just so you.
All right, I think it's time.
Greetza.
Yeah, that looks like a boss walk-up donut.
Yeah,
You
not
know,
to mention the 8 messages saying boss ahead. Of course, my health isn't doing so great, but maybe if I give this a few looks and try and learn some moves, then I'll pop one of those.
Yeah, it's just research.
So
Yeah.
while Niko meets
Ooh.
a friend, I left something for Peregrine and Mo to enjoy in our group DM.
I'm really hungry for pizza.
Well,
Just
now I
like
have a
this.
list
You
of
know who else
20
is hungry for
places.
pizza? This fella's hungry for some pizza.
He's got that big hole in his face.
Gotta stuff it with something.
Who?
Do you?
What am I looking at right now? 5 looks good. The others are cut like it's brownies. Like who is going for that center bit? That's had fingers on all 4 corners of it.
Wait, what?
I
who
would
cut
also like
these-
to. I would also like to note that.
What is wrong with these pizza cutting?
Who cut these pizzas?
Who does this? I'm so upset. This
So-
is like
so-
You just this is a self-own if I've ever seen.
oh my
name- a
god.
name- No, let's. If this is a cell phone, let me truly twist the knife, as it were. Lou Malnati's is famous for their deep dish pizza, and their deep dish is pretty
I
good. It's
had
not
some
my
Lou
favorite.
Malnati's.
I have had more Lou Malnati's thin crust pizza than I have deep dish, and I think it's better than their deep dish. It is also cut like most of what you're seeing in that link I put in the
Why would
group
you rip
chat.
your arm off like that? That's
Okay,
not
but-
good.
He's having a
that's
hard
how
time.
He does.
There's this
But
You're
like,
doing great though.
It's
There's
not
this-
that he's ripping his arm off. It's a tavern style giant. Is what it is.
there's this little person who just keeps shooting him with stuff. Why not tear your arm off?
He sees you with
there,
your
like-
with your fake arm that you're using to fire magic. Why not?
Oh,
why not?
I overcommitted.
Oh!
No!
Oh, you
Oh,
one
wow.
Dark
too
Souls
many
did.
spells.
You got so greedy there
Wow.
at the end.
You got
That's a-
served tavern style.
I did the Dark Souls thing. I did the one last hit that I thought I had him.
You,
That was
you saw
a
how low his health bar was, and all you needed
It-
to do was roll backwards exactly once
Yeah.
and fire.
Yep.
couldn't have gone any other way. I think
That was a very good attempt, though, and you have it.
Yeah,
So
I've got this.
You're fine.
Yeah,
I mean, I didn't
you're
even
not
use any
gonna-
Estus, so.
Oh wow, okay, yeah.
I am glad that I have expanded y'all's
So-
notions of
Like
what is available to you in the world of pizza.
Peregrine, are you still on this website with me?
I am.
So can we just talk about Aurelio's for a second? I'm picturing that middle 9 squares as like an Into the Breach tic-tac-toe board. Why do these 9 squares exist on a pizza? Is the pizza like getting torn apart by the time loop and these pieces are just falling by the wayside? like this is the
Well,
energy
see,
grid?
This is a
The pizza energy grid?
this is a SNES era pizza when all pizzas had to be constructed with discrete pixel nets. So you know, to make a circle, you still had to use squares.
Yeah. I'm sure it tastes great.
I would
It
like to
looks
note
like
that
it-
I have eaten at many of, but not all of these places, and they're all fine.
It looks like it tastes great,
Ooh,
but I would
got
only
slapped.
want a crust piece. That middle square, which looks like the surface area majority of the pizza, or at least like
Somebody from New York who is so used to folding pizza in half by default would have no problem with the crustless portion, which you just fold in half and eat.
you're gonna
it's
fold
not
a little thing the size of your thumb in half. It doesn't work like that.
I just got
You're
stepped.
just gonna-
Oh
You
my
got-
god, I
you-
can't.
you got the
can't
steppy.
design this thing. Oh my god.
You got the steppy. I feel partly
I got-
responsible.
All right, I think I know what time it is.
Humanity time.
Yeah.
There you go.
Let's just get this done with.
Oh, the humanity.
I love that that there's not even an animation. It's just like he just puts his head down, or they put their head down enough that it just hides their face, and then it comes back up completely different. There's no like transformation.
All right, Mo. Let's look at Baracos for a second. That's just lasagna, right?
Or baked ziti, but with bread.
Right? Like it's not. At some point,
This is a fork and knife situation.
I
None
mean,
of
like
these-
a deep dish
what
pizza
these
is
peop- what
like a
these
fork and a
people-
knife thing,
yeah.
but like,
Yeah. Pequod's is a knife and a fork situation.
at
None
what
of-
point is it
none
just
of
a
the
shepherd's
places-
pie? Like,
None of the places on this list are a knife and fork situation. They are not thick enough. You don't.
First
need
of all, it can't be shepherd's pie if there's not lamb in it. So
There's meat. It could be lamb.
people make shepherd's pie with hamburger, and it's
a
not
cowboy's
shepherd's
pie.
Not to be confused with a cow pie. That's completely different.
A cow pie.
But no,
I mean,
the Baracos
You know-
pizza is
you
not
know-
any thicker than anything else on that list. It's
You wanna-
it's a
you wanna
thin
know what I-
crust pizza.
You want to know what I honest to God called cow pies when I was like in elementary school?
Now I do.
Well, this could go any number of places. Let's find out.
I called them poop tarts.
What?
That is the
they'd
most
sit-
peregrine thing you could possibly call them.
I was
the
like
brand-
8, and I'd just be like, it's like you call it a poop tart because the sun dries out the top to make a crust. But if you step in it,
You're ruining my boss fight.
It turns out your brand has been strong since you were like 8. So
this was also the era of time when I would memorize all of the lyrics to Weird Al songs and just not stop singing them.
that was also me at the age of 8. So good for us.
Cheers. Wait, okay. So another thing about this article is that number 17 and 18 just don't have pictures of pizza on them.
Wait, how did you get that low? Oh wait, where does it? Did mine not load that long? Oh wow.
Oh, it keeps going. There's 20 entries on this damn thing.
14 is like 14 looks like nachos.
Oh, number
No,
19 is
no.
just insulting.
Nachos are good, but you know, I don't know.
19 I cannot vouch for. I don't even know where Stickney, Illinois is. That's I don't. That's
Oh, we beat the
somewhere.
bus.
Victory achieved.
How do I emote?
Good job,
in this
Niko.
game?
That was 3 tries. 3 tries is very good.
Yeah.
Yeah.
You did it.
Emotes.
So we got that big boy's soul, and we got a key, and we should read the description on the key.
Oh yeah.
Oh, that's good. Oh, that's
That's a
good.
good one.
I forgot about
With the
that.
mustache is good.
All right. So yeah, so I totally missed the loot prompt. So what did I actually end up getting there?
His
key
soul
and a
and
soul.
a key.
Okay. Is it a special soul?
Yep.
It's a pizza soul.
It's my soul after looking at this website.
I mean, I did just go through a pretty tough boss fight. That was you could say a pizza the action.
I would say it was a pizza cake.
No, that's a deep dish pizza.
Hey, what do you think Vendrick insulates his castle walls with?
I don't know enough about this game to answer.
Asbestos. Estes.
I hate this. I hate it.
I'm laughing because I hate it so much.
So we checked out. There's not
we've
on
got
the
two
loose
messages that are referring to each other here. That's nice.
Let's read the description on the key though. So we looked at the soul.
Yeah. Oop, there we go. So we've already used both of those.
Soldier key.
Oh my god. This website also just... Number 5, they're like, to go along with their bold and zesty sauce. Like, that's not a pizza. Bold and zesty sauce is like a Kraft salad dressing description. That's not a pizza description.
Real quick, Niko, do you have any idea what door that might refer to?
Well, it could be the door that was just right here where a soldier was standing in front of it. But
Nope.
It's not.
That door is for later.
Okay, so there's the door that was upstairs by the bonfire. Now I'm starting. This is the penalty of playing this game very slowly is trying to remember every locked door I've come across. And
So
where
let's
they
go.
might be.
Let's go spend our cash and then start
Yeah.
there. Start with that first one you were thinking of, and we'll see how
Okay.
that goes. I am so glad that you are enjoying what is usually kind of an okay like restaurant review type website so much.
I mean, we had like an Eater Boston back when I was living there. Like, I'm used to Eater. I'm just saying that there's no Eater Boston that's just advocating for like a isometric, like grid-based tactical strategy pizza. You know. Like,
The XCOM of pizza.
yeah.
Well, if
The XCOM
any
of pizza, where there's a 90% chance it's good and you're not getting it.
Well, so if any of y'all ever come visit, remind me to take you to Peace and almost nowhere else, because otherwise you will be alarmed and upset just by the way the pizza is cut.
I just posted something in our DM.
I hate this.
I love that we're posting stuff in a chat that no one will ever be able to see, and then reacting to it.
All right,
I would
everyone,
like
for
to
the reference. So what Mo just linked to us is a magic eye from the Naruto series and not a pizza. This is fucking. This is like.
Ooh, hold on
This
a minute.
is a deep dish that gives you the ability to copy your opponent's ninjutsu. It is not a.
Oh wait,
thing
Niko's.
Real quick, fragrant
back to
branches
the
of
game.
yore
This-
are very, very important.
Yeah, this seems like
that
it's
it's-
probably the item I need to use on that tree, since it.
I'm gonna go ahead and
That
say
tree's already got branches.
Let's read the description again more carefully.
Restores the life of things turned to stone. Extended
Have we
inhalation
seen
of the.
any of those things? It's not the large tree boy. He turned to a tree. He's not stone.
Oh. I don't
Think
remember.
the tutorial area.
I mean, it's just a blunt, right? Like,
No. That would be
extended
turning-
inhalation
that would
can
be
lead to
turning
coughing
to
and nausea,
stone.
right? Like,
Okay, so there's probably a statue or something, and I just don't remember it because that was
Yeah,
like
so,
a month
yeah.
ago.
someone's
kinda-
stoned,
All right.
That's
and you
just-
gotta smoke
Yes,
them out.
we got the joke.
I don't want that.
Real quick,
It's
I would like to
Vestas.
reassure. Niko made a good point about posting things in our group chat that listeners can't see, but I would like to reassure the listeners that hearing our like out of context reactions is much funnier than actually being able to see what is basically a list of 20 decent pizza places in Chicago.
We here at Dark Souls 2 believe in the theater of the mind.
All right, so since I don't really have any good sense whether the armor that I can buy from one of these merchants is actually worth spending like $5 or so grand on, I might just keep leveling up because leveling up is always worth it.
I mean, that's just free. Leveling up is free armor when you think about it.
Yeah, and I will presumably find more armor sets. Like a lot of the armor sets in Dark Souls 1 just like came together. Like you looted one item, you got the whole set. Bloodborne, it seemed you had to pretty much buy everything that you wanted, but
wait, what?
I have a breaking update from our friend Joel. He has sent me a DM. Presumably he is playing Dark Souls some more, the first one. All it says is Dragon Big. Part of me wants to ask him which dragon, even though I know absolutely which one he's talking about.
Another friend that wants some pizza, I'm guessing.
I can get so many levels. You know what? Actually, hold on a second. I want to go check.
No, there's a lot of dragons in that game now that I think about it. Wow, yeah, that could be...
Yeah, but knowing where he is in the game, it's definitely the one.
Is it the one that wants some pizza?
It's a one that wants to turn you into pizza.
Yeah.
Oven roast.
Oh,
pizza.
yeah, okay. Alright. It's the one that you can, like a pizza, cheese.
So this one,
right? I'm thinking of the right dragon, right?
Sorry, I wasn't paying attention. I'm looking at these rings.
Isn't it two different dragons?
I want that.
I thought those were two different dragons.
There is one dragon early on in the game. There are multiple dragons in the game in total, though.
Yes.
There's
There is the one
there's a
that's
large
sort of...
crystalline dragon, if that's the one you're not thinking of.
It's not the Eater Lothric, right? Or the not Lothric. What's the?
No, I'm referring to Seed the Scaleless. I don't know if that's a spoiler. Sorry if anyone is.
No, that's not. He's in the intro
He's in the
cinematic.
intro!
That's not. Seath is in the intro of the game. That's
Yes.
not.
You see that
But
dragon? You can go there.
Right. Okay, I'm just gonna level.
Nothing suited you, I presume.
But yeah, I think we're all pretty much safe in assuming that he's talking about the big fire eater.
He just sent me a screenshot clarifying that yes, the one we are all thinking of is the one he is.
I mean, if he just started like yesterday and he's already at Seath, I would be very impressed. So,
Seath the Scaleless, also known as the weird middle piece of the deep dish pizza of dragons.
Middle piece of a deep dish. Nobody cuts deep
A
dish
piece of
pizza into
crusted
squares.
pizza is like a dragon without scales.
Nobody
That's the
cuts
joke
deep
I'm
dish
making.
into... Nobody
I
cuts
have to
deep dish
bump
into
that up
squares.
a
That's a
lot
thin
to get
crust
a third
thing.
spell.
You just linked us to a site that clearly showed deep dish pizza in
No,
square
Tavern
no,
pizza.
no.
That was tavern pizza.
The specific
So,
reason
can we
I
just-
linked it was none of those are deep
Wait,
dish.
why does it? It doesn't make it better that it's tavern pizza. Both of those things are sins.
Can I just raise the point that I meant to raise the point earlier that we did not talk about the locks thing enough. The locks thing. was
Ferris's
rough to
locks
me.
bagels.
Anyone
Yeah.
who doesn't like locks just doesn't have the keys. You know, that's how I see it.
Ferris, the master of locks.
I like as little cream cheese as possible to get the taste. I don't like it when they put like a big dollop on there.
I'm with you on that.
I'm a small schmear. I think it's
That's fair. You know,
The
I think if like cream cheese is
this
the
is
only
probably
thing you're
good.
putting on a bagel, you can put a lot on. But if you're doing a combination with cream cheese, like less cream cheese is more.
Yeah, I think int was the right move there.
Yeah.
It's your bread and butter, baby. You want to pump that.
The main thing is that like, it's as long as I'm able to 2-hit enemies with my spells, then that's fine. As soon as it starts taking 3, I'm going to start burning through resources. So I want to keep that at a reasonable level.
What you'll find is that if you don't want to spend all of your time farming like Mo does, you'll want to basically just do more damage faster, and everything else is just, like, if you feel like it.
Yeah. Other than just getting some of the other stats up to a somewhat respectable level, like not having 3 strength. Speaking of which, I can now swap this out. Oh, it's a bit heavier, but that's okay.
5% better elemental damage, mostly better, except in a couple cases where it's slightly worse. I would say overall it's a much better shield.
Yeah. Okay. Cool.
So
the other thing I wanted to say is while we were talking about Dark Souls 1, and honestly, I thought that was actually pretty accessible first boss in this game. It may not be the first boss, so there's other routes you can go, but the fact that his moves were fairly slow and telegraphed compared to... I thought the Taurus Demon was actually pretty tough. I had a really hard time reading his attacks and dodging out of the way. So, and then the same with the Cleric Beast. So I actually I liked that fight as a first fight to the game.
I would say that he is not the only boss accessible to you, but
yeah, I'm sort of assuming that this way over
what
here
I
is
would
what it's
assume
at.
is the intended route by the developers that they want most people to go down. He's the first, and the thing I like about that fight more than the Taurus Demon or Cleric Beast is that those 2 fights are on narrow bridges, and the last giant has a very very
nice
reasonable
round room
space to fight such a large lad in.
I do find it amusing that I spent most of the game thinking that the last giant was one of the 4 big souls you needed, because it was called the last giant, and oh my god, it's the last giant. This is clearly important.
These are the little... Oh, I missed one of them. That's the little thing that you get tight-knighted. They'll come back.
Yeah.
I didn't actually see it very well. Oh, that was the other thing I probably have enough Titanite to upgrade my staff again, too. I'll do that later. Next time I end up back there. Alright, so this room is fairly dark. But I think that there's just the one exit. Oh, there's something. And it's not trapped. Small leather shield. Oops, this one. Okay, so this is basically just worse in every way, but it also has lower requirements and is
lighter.
Lighter, yeah. But
we're fine.
It's also funny looking.
Oops. Oh, hi. Please hold on. Please wait. Okay.
Hey, we got our white soapstone.
Oh, we got one already from the other guy, from Pate.
Was that a small one or was that a big one?
Small and a regular.
Right, a tall and a grande.
Yeah. I'm not sure what the difference is. The effect is not as long-lived. Weird. Okay.
Yeah, that is weird. I forgot that there were 2 different ones.
I mean, you know the reason for it, right?
There's this... Yeah, there we go. I wanted to make sure you saw the glowy.
Yep. Right.
For those curious, the implementation of the small soapstone was to basically just make it easier for you to specifically co-op with a friend rather than leave a sign up for anyone. The idea being that you could coordinate with a friend and say like, "Hey, I'm putting up the sign now," and then it would be less likely to get sniped by someone.
Oh,
who
a
wasn't your
random.
friend. Yeah.
Yeah. Okay.
Oh, I guess they don't have. For some reason I thought Scholar of the First Sin had password matching in it, but maybe the base version of the game didn't.
Yeah, I don't think. I mean.
Hey.
Yeah.
All right. Is that the like you can upgrade items into be divine weapons?
No,
There's
it
something
is
else
a
involved.
potion. You have 2 of them.
It's like the Parmesan oregano pepper flakes for your pizza.
Top row, kind of in the middle.
Aha. Okay. Yes, it's just a really good heal. I see.
I really want pizza.
Means I'll probably never actually end up using it.
Right? I'm so hungry. The pizza place.
I had pizza for dinner
God.
tonight too, and I wasn't even hungry enough to eat it all.
There was
So I
there
was
was pizza
blown away.
discourse like a week or 2 ago, and like the pizza place that's literally across the street from me,
Uh-oh.
just like inexplicably has been
it's go
closed.
time. It's go time.
Arrow Person
Oh, I
3.
love Persona 3.
Yep. And he died.
Nice.
I win.
Oh, we got Persona 3 FES stamp.
Hey, and I got an effigy. So I'll take it. That's true. I guess I am human because I haven't died since I used my effigy.
Okay, so the door upstairs was one locked door. Are
So
there
this
any
is
others
so
we
it's
can
probably
think of?
usable in multiple places now.
This key is for a couple doors.
Okay. Well, let's keep looking. Yeah. I don't remember if there were any locked doors in the area before this one. The one that's kind of like out in the woods and the river.
Let's kind of stick around in like the immediate vicinity of this bonfire, or
Yeah,
know,
I
of
would.
the
I would
bosses.
rather not go back there if I can help it.
Yep.
Okay.
So that's one.
Danger zone.
Highway to the
We should be fine.
zone.
Nope. Well, okay.
What?
You got magic.
That did more damage than I was expecting, given
Yeah, right.
who
This is what.
given who this boy is, knowing who this boy is.
Yeah. I gotta actually get good hits in though.
He got
It's
that
tough.
low shield though.
Yeah.
That's the shield you're... Is that the shield you're looking for? That shield might be too heavy.
Hello.
So
Is it Mo
he
you're
seems
looking for?
he seems very interested in protecting this door and not stepping away from it.
It's true.
Oh, this is gonna be sad, like that boy in Nier Automata, huh? Whoa, look at those swag strats he's doing there. Around the back.
Come on. Come on. What you got? Good night.
I agree. It was a good night.
So he seemed very fancy compared to everybody we've seen in this area.
It's
He's
true.
by this
and
fancy door.
yes,
and
but
what
I
does
don't
that
seem to
mean?
have whatever that is. So I'll have to remember this is a place to come back to. Take some of that.
Oh, hi, Amber.
Our overall goal right now is to collect 4 big boy souls so we can go see the king. So maybe he'll give us a symbol. Anyway, we're not.
The symbol
out
is
of,
just the symbol is just a pizza with ranch dressing on it.
Wait, what? Why
So
ranch
that's
dressing?
where that's how the curse started. Of course.
Yeah.
In Drang Lake, they put ranch dressing on pizza, and here we are.
The calzone, of course.
Ring of Restoration. I don't remember what that one does.
Gradually restores HP.
In the sacred land of Lindelt.
It's fragile and breaks easily. So I wonder if this is one of those that, like, if you die when you're wearing it, then it's gone forever. Or if you try and remove it, it's gone forever or something like that. Because it says it hates being taken for granted.
I think it's just that it has low durability. Look at one of the other rings. Yeah, like those have like 100 something. Yeah, that one's only got 70. So it's got significantly less durability than the other ones.
Okay, but it's not gonna like break permanently.
Yeah, just don't stick your hand in a garbage disposal and your ring's probably.
It's
100% sure about that.
It's not like the Ring of Faith and Protection in the first game. It's just got low durability.
Maybe I'll hold off. Mo seems to be feeling like maybe I shouldn't equip that one.
I would say
I'm not sure. I have a vague memory of it not liking being taken off, but I don't remember enough to say definitively.
Wait, really? I don't
recall that. My recollection is that the rate at which it restores health is not worth a ring slot when you can get a lot more out of other buffs.
That's probably true too.
If you've got time in Dark Souls to wait around for your health to come back, what are you doing? You know? Playing with a big old shield or something? No way.
Yeah, who'd do that?
Just
did
wait
I already
until
go?
you get
I already
the
went
big
over there.
shield.
That's right. I listen. I played with a big shield in Dark Souls 1, and it was good, but sometimes you just gotta change it up. And Bloodborne was pretty much like only losers use shields, so I learned how to dodge and got good, as they say.
They did put a shield that is not entirely worthless in the DLC, which I found very amusing. But that shield has very niche uses. It's not a general purpose shield. It's just handy for if you really are hell-bent on blocking certain kinds of attacks.
Yeah. It's like a pastry flour versus an all-purpose, you know?
Something like that, yes.
It's great. Something. It's great in some applications, but it's not going to help you make a pizza. You know.
Did you say all pastry flour?
No, I said pastry flour versus all-purpose flour.
Okay.
Just for some reason, I'm thinking about doughs.
Yeah, I don't know what kind of food has dough in it that would make you think of that.
Yeah.
Oh, another fog wall. Ow. Okay, so these guys take a little bit more to kill, but not too bad. One of my favorite things about these games is how like the arrows actually have like a trajectory and a flight time, and you can just dodge the arrows.
They track you ever so slightly. It's the funniest thing. They curve in the air in a totally unnatural way. It's fine, like, as a game mechanic. I don't hate it. It's just funny.
Well, no, they justify that in lore. The curse makes you magnetic.
So,
is this another boss
Niko,
again?
You remember that guy who went through the floor?
Oh, hey.
He's not going to go through the floor this time. As the cutscene might be suggesting.
He went down, and now he came from above. I'm telling you, you gotta go down to go up.
No, he came from above the other time.
But then he went down again. Think about it.
Oh, he floats.
He's also got the curse. It's the magnets, I'm telling you.
I love this boss. This is the Pursuer. So, that fight on the roof that you avoided is kind of a little preview of his moveset. He only shows up there the first time you go there. It is... I don't know if he has the same amount of health, but it's the same moveset. He's a real boy who does real stuff.
Yeah, seems like this game's not messing around anymore.
I'm glad we finally met him properly.
Yeah, and hopefully hopefully I can take him out in the next, I don't know, 15, 20 minutes, if all goes well, and then that would be a great point to wrap the stream on.
Yeah, for sure. We're currently at 1 hour and 30.
Yeah.
Just for reference.
I did not make a note of what time I started. I actually started the actual intro. I just have how long the recording has been going for. Whoops.
Yeah.
So.
I mean, time is really immaterial in Dark Souls 2, so...
True.
Time is the true illusory wall of Dark Souls 2.
I think you've got this pursuer fight. I think it's gonna happen pretty quickly.
There you are. Knew you were there. Yeah, especially if I can get there cleanly without using any healing. I don't think I found any more Estus Flask shards, so I think I'm still sitting on 3. Which honestly was probably the toughest thing about the... Oops, forgot about that archer. Toughest thing so far about the opening of this game is just not really having healing for most of it.
How many life gems are you walking around with?
I have a lot, but like so like with blood vials, I'm like, oh, I've got to hoard those and save them up for when I need them.
I would say the perfect application for them is when you just need to top up before entering a boss fight. Because you don't want to, like, the Estus heals a lot more quickly, so you don't want to be down one of those. But
well, this little bit of damage is not enough to be concerned about.
Yeah, maybe not in this
but
case.
If I was at like
you're
half,
still at like
then...
95%. But in general, I would say
that's fair.
That is how I used them, despite being every bit the hoarder that I think a lot of people are in RPGs in general.
I'm greedy again.
Actually, that's one thing I've noticed that is way nice about like randomizers for Castlevania games is I heal with items a lot more than I used to, because I like know that it's a temporary like semi-speed run, and it's just such a nice quality of life thing to let yourself use healing items.
Well,
dodge too early.
Oh no!
So,
you got deep dished.
I have some good news and bad news. The good news is that most of his attacks are parryable. The bad news is that particular one where his sword glows, you cannot.
Yeah.
So if you see his sword glowing, you get somewhere else.
Heard of Mo swords, now get ready for glow swords.
Get ready.
So that curse, like, also added a little bit more extra to my curse as if I had died, is what I'm assuming? Or something else?
No, it just does a lot of damage.
It cuts another vertical line through a circular pizza. Another parallel vertical line.
Yeah, that damage doesn't persist.
Okay.
You just got more middle pieces now.
What was that? I don't know how you're still alive, but that makes me very unhappy. This is just... Oh. Okay.
Oh god, okay.
Get back down there.
That's okay. That stuff happens.
Yeah. I'm not worried about the souls I lost. Like, the part of what made dying against bosses in Dark Souls 1 sort of like reasonable to me was deciding whether my priority was like exploring and farming souls and leveling up, or just killing a boss. And as soon as it was like, I'm killing this boss, then I wasn't
Yep,
worried
that
about
is-
the souls that I was picking up on the way to the boss. Even if I'd try and pick up my bloodstain if I could, but if I lost it, whatever, you know, like that wasn't the goal at that point in time. And that made the stress of fighting each boss every time a lot more manageable.
That's the attitude I try to have and try to recommend to other people. Like
Oh,
that's
okay.
just a bad situation.
I've hit my illusory wall. I don't know if I've got more in me. I'll do my best. I mean, it won't be necessary because no more dying.
Yeah, I'll just get it this time.
True. Yep.
We got it. Clear eyes, soul darts, can't lose.
Do we have the heavier damage spell attuned?
I do. I should. It's not. Sorry, it's not attuned. I just have it. So I could try switching to that. On assuming that I don't kill him this time.
Yeah, just trying to
That's fair.
remember all our options.
Yeah. I was looking when I was leveling up if I wanted to pump attunement enough to get to 3 spell slots, and it was going to be like 3 or 4 levels, and I wasn't ready to commit that hard to that. I wanted to be able to still balance other things out. So
Yeah, that's
we'll get there.
that's reasonable. Like, I don't have a good notion of how long the wind-up time is on that higher damage
I should at
spell,
least
and
use it once just to see.
that boy let go of the sword and it went bouncing down the stairs, even though he did not.
All right. And I did see that one of the vendors sells those for like 300, which is cheap now. So
Yeah.
if I ever do that, like if I ever end up in a situation where I'm like, oh no, I'm almost out of life gems, then I can at least get more. Just realized that charge attack, is a lot like Lady Maria's actually.
A little bit.
Oh, I dodged into it. Well, Peregrine, get
Got
back.
you with the swag. Got you with the swag move.
Yeah.
Oh, whew.
You got this.
Earn that pizza discourse.
I could try blocking, but that is, I think that my shield was like 90%, so I am going to take a decent amount of chip damage if I do that. So, all right, let's swap out my spell. Okay, 15 uses. That's not too bad. And I have enough intellect, obviously, to use it. Yeah, why not?
So while we're standing right here next to the fire, let's see how long the cast time is.
Oh, yeah, I could just use it. Seems about the same.
Great.
Maybe a little bit slower, but like to the point where I could easily do that in the time span that I would sometimes try and do 2 attacks of the regular, and then by doing 2 attacks leave myself open. So
Yeah.
that's what I like to see. And some terrible armor. Excellent. Actually, I think that's what I'm wearing. I can't wait to get my character some good-looking armor.
We'll get there. Very early in the game.
Remember, it's what's on the inside that counts.
I will say it looks much better on Emmanuel than it does on these random jerks.
Oh, I think I was going to say earlier and forgot that the armor I used in Dark Souls 1 was I think it was the Black Knight armor, so it was like pretty heavy, but it wasn't Havel's set, because ultimately I wanted my equip load to be at medium so I could still move a decent amount and recover my stamina, and I didn't really have the endurance points to like get that for Havel's, so. Aw. Should have played that safe.
I use the Sealer's robes.
So getting here, doing the fights instead of trying to run past stuff took half of our regular soul arrows, so we have 30 spells, but we still have all the heavy ones, so let's maybe try to get an idea for if we have enough.
I think we'll have enough
Damage.
If I like
assuming
just
that's,
didn't
like,
have enough spells, then that would be alarming. All right, so it does about 1.5 times damage compared to the regular. Ooh, I thought that was the charge.
There's that glowy attack.
Yeah. Didn't have a good opportunity to heal there.
I'm tapped out. Sorry,
That's okay.
y'all.
You'll just have to make it up next week.
Yep. You got eight going on the docket right now.
I was doing 10 today, so that's.
Oh, you're doing 10? Okay, well. You got 10 going on the docket for next week.
How are we looking on time here? Still got about 15 minutes, maybe. I mean, if we end on a boss death, then that is not going to be like we won't have anything else extra to do, like leveling up or exploring. So we'll just be able to cut it right when we're ready to end.
But if you end before a boss death, then you have a cliffhanger. So
it's true. We'll just end in the middle of the boss fight.
But we got to think about the optics of this as like a series, like a franchise. If we want to hit like a season 6 announcement, like BoJack, you know, we got to think about carrots on sticks. Forgive the horse joke.
I would like to think that the character we are playing is maybe not as terrible a person as BoJack is, but now that I think about it, most Souls protagonists in the context of the fiction are kind of jerks. So,
well, I'll say this about I Can't. Person or not, clearly a terrible horse.
Yes.
I mean, for one, it's got teeth. No good horse has teeth.
I don't know if that's true.
I just look it up.
Something tells me there's been at least one.
You're kidding me.
You ever heard of a horse dentist?
Yes.
I don't even understand this conversation right now. I'm just gonna focus and try to kill this boss.
No, I'm with you. We got this. You got this.
All right. Too late. Such a slow animation.
Yep. I like that your instinct is to dodge towards him when he's kind of coming right at you, so that he swings past you. That's a good habit.
I Thought I pressed right bumper there, but that didn't work. That's cool. Yeah, I need to remember that third attack in that combo has range on it, and I kind of want to dodge like to the side or toward him instead of back, and that's what's really killing me.
Yeah. That third attack also had like tracks a fair amount, I think.
Yeah.
Yeah.
And I think
Yeah,
I'm not doing it too early, but it's just like I'm dodging essentially right into it, so it doesn't matter what my timing is.
I mean, again, it's the magnetism of the curse, right? That sword's just going to track you a little better because of the magnets.
That would explain. I feel like this game, more than any of the others, has a lot of enemies with attacks that have kind of a ridiculous amount of tracking on them. And it's not.
I mean, that was probably the issue that I had with the Taurus Demon and the. Are you despawned? You have. Nice. Thank you. I appreciate that.
I mean, the swirl you jump through at the beginning of this game. I mean, that's the electric current. So the magnetic force is really you're just going straight through in that line.
That's definitely how I remember magnets working.
Did I actually get? I'm gonna double check that. Anyway, I've got 20. I've got 20 on the docket for next time, which is one for each horrifying pizza on that Chicago Eater list. So.
Wait, not a single one was any good?
All the
good-looking
places
ones.
I've eaten at on that list are good. They're maybe not my favorite.
There's some good-looking
but
ones.
They're good.
They just the way they were cutting them was just a crime. Is the thing.
Sometimes
They
you
all
just need
looked-
to not give a shit about how you cut your pizza.
I guess so.
They're cut in a. The way they're cut is fine.
It all
It's
tastes the
not-
same.
Makes it
So-
easier to share. It makes it easier to share smaller portions among a group of people. That's why it's cut like that.
Quick physics update. I misspoke a little bit. It's the electric current that's swirling around you in that intro. But absolutely, you're passing through in the direction of a magnetic field. I'm just saying.
Will the electric current from the whirlpool at the start of this game charge my phone?
If it's seduction compatible, I don't actually remember how those work. I need to look it up.
Oh, still went right into it. So maybe sideways is the answer that time. I'm getting there. I think that like this boss attacks a lot faster and more relentlessly compared to the
Yep.
last giant, and so like
Oh, yeah.
I don't really have quite as much opportunity to study his moves and memorize his patterns.
This game has a lot of person with sword type fights
Yes.
for bosses. So this is a very much a preview of things to come, as it were.
Yeah, and I mean I had to do a lot of that in Bloodborne as well, so like I think I will be fine. It's just now I'm starting to get to that point where having my health bar reduced is making it harder to even stay alive long enough to really learn anything in each attempt. So, but also, I'm not so sure like if I don't really have any opportunity to heal because he just keeps attacking. If having a fuller health bar is even going to help that much either. Like, I may just need to get to a point where I can dodge every single attack and hope that I don't get hit twice.
So if you need an opening, remember that you do have that shield and the parry button.
Yeah, I was just never very good at parry timing.
I would
in
say
these games.
I'm not either, but this one in particular I think is pretty friendly to it. There are other fights where, yeah, the boss is parryable, but I sure am not going to go that route. But
And is that the left trigger parry? This one,
Yep,
this move?
Yep,
Okay.
It's the smack.
I can give that a try. I'm also going in without having to use left gen this time, which is nice. Oh, way too early.
The overhead in that combo, that third one, I think you might be able to, but that is... I would say maybe knock him out of that combo before he gets to that point.
No, I forgot about
gonna-
it until
Yeah.
the last hit. So
Understandable. I do the same thing all the time.
yeah, I'm gonna try just running past everything. Because like it's not
Always
like I'm
a-
saving these souls.
Always a viable strategy.
And at this point, our goal is really just to rack up the number of push-ups that Peregrine needs to do. So the faster I can get boss attempts in, the better.
Extremely true point.
What if it helps motivate you? You know,
Yep.
it's
does.
probably good for me in the long run.
Oh, hi.
I mean, clearly, I've definitely lost some of the tenacity I once had in my Swollsborn heyday.
Oh, I forgot to use... Okay, that's fine. Nope, far too early. Oh, I got him. I did it the second time.
Yep, but he is...
Wow, that is a
very friendly.
long stunned animation. And, alright.
Yeah, I kind of want...
Oh, I don't... That
that's
did not look like it hit
fair.
me. That's kind of
No.
bullshit.
The hitbox got you, but the model of the sword didn't. That doesn't...
Yeah.
I hate when that happens.
Stinks. Yeah.
But you saw the thing I wanted you to see, which is that if you can get a parry off, you have a window to hit him a couple times, heal yourself, whatever, because he's kind of stunned forever. So I wanted you to see that that kind of creates the widest possible opening for yourself.
Yeah.
Because his like sort of reset from doing combos kind of gives you a little bit of an opening maybe, but not as generous.
Yes. Yeah, it seemed like it was enough for one spell cast if I'm being safe, two if I'm being really risky, and not enough time for a solid Estus chug. So...
Please, Mr. Pursuer, give us some Restus for the Estus.
I don't think that's gonna work on him.
Oh, come on. How did you hit me with that?
You
Trapped
never know.
exactly where I was running.
Maybe, yeah. That's a question for Souls games. When has anyone ever tried asking a boss politely?
Sif.
Sif asked you politely. That I feel like you never asked Sif. Sif asked you.
No, I'm still not getting the timing right on the parry. Doing it too late.
That was a good dodge of the
The
jumping
glowy
attack.
sword. Yeah.
If you're quick about it, I would have gone for the chug there because you weren't like super close to it. So he would have had to move a bit before he could take a swing. But that's very much a kind of personal comfort, knowing the boss, all that kind of stuff type of
Yeah.
decision. So like, I'm not saying like do that in every situation or that's advisable. Just kind of, I was definitely feeling the chug there.
Ha! No hits for you.
Nice dodge.
Nice job.
All right. 3 spells. Take that. Nope, that's glowy sword. I did not read that wind-up animation.
Did you get glowy sorted on your first run post humanity?
Yeah,
Oh, that was
Very good parry.
that's glowy sword.
Can you follow up on a parry if you don't have a weapon on your main yet?
No,
Too early.
the catalyst cannot do this one.
Yeah, at some point.
That was a good start.
Yeah. I just I couldn't. I'm still not getting this parry. I can get it maybe 1 out of 3 times, but that's not good enough.
Just remember that every parry you miss is another set of push-ups for parry grin.
Yep. Are you still counting at this point?
No.
Come on, it's got to be at least like we can go back and watch the video.
That
The
just
good
means
news
you
is
could
this
tell
is being recorded.
me a number. You could tell me any number, and I will have to believe you at this point. So I'm at the mercy of the couch, as it were.
I would say let's leave it at the 30 or 40 or whatever it was, and add 10 when Niko gets this fight to just kind of cover the rest.
I can't believe you're
Well,
choosing a
this is
merciful option here.
probably the last attempt I have time for, so let's make this one the one that counts.
The final batch of pasta sauce.
Nope, too far.
The last one you got time for.
Very good, very good. That charging attack that has the super long wind
Nice
up and then he
job.
comes at you. Yeah,
Whoa!
yeah.
Nice job.
That's the attack you want to smack him on more than any other. But not that version.
Yeah.
Nice job.
Very good.
I only got one of those left.
Woo!
Oh. No! Ah.
That was so good, though. That was
Yep.
you,
All right.
you really got that.
I've
you
got
really
this.
that
I
down.
think that we should wrap to keep the stream within time here. So I look forward to me trying to relearn this boss next week. I guess on on.
Oh, you'll get it so quick next week, I'm sure of it.
Yeah.
Yeah,
Now that I know
yeah.
that I can also parry that, and I feel like I had the timing of the charge parry a lot better.
Yeah, the
so.
Yeah.
charge one is definitely the easiest. If he does the 3-hit combo and you don't get it on the first one, just dodge instead. Don't try to
Right.
keep it going.
Yeah, and
but that
I mean it's just practice. I wasn't really trying the parry for the first handful of attempts either. So I mean, it's gonna take
but
like
it's
enough attempts to learn and do it cleanly.
I feel very confident in once you get some warm up ones in next time. I feel
Yeah.
super confident about your
All right.
chances.
Yeah.
Well, we saw a boss. We killed the boss. We saw another boss. So it's officially Dark Souls. But that's going to be about all the time we have. So Sparkletone, where can people find you on the internet?
I am Sparkletone on Twitter and most other things, but mostly Twitter and the Waypoint Discord.
And Peregrine.
You can find me on Twitch at Peregrine38. You can find me on Waypoint Discord and forums as Peregrine. And my Twitter is Terrific Broth.
And Mo.
You can find me on the Waypoint forums and Discord, Mo, and on Twitch at Mo_Swords.
And I've been your host, Niko. You can find me eating bagels without locks and hanging out on the Waypoint Discord. You can follow me on Twitter at Corey D. Shaw. You can see the spelling below, although I don't tweet a whole lot, so don't expect much out of that follow. And special thanks, as always, to Too Mellow for graciously offering up his music. The track Old Haunts is what we use. And you can find that and everything else he does over at twomellowmakes.bandcamp.com. If you missed either of the last 2 episodes, you can find them on my YouTube. The link is below I don't really have a friendly link, so we'll figure out what to do there. Maybe like a redirect or something. And we'll be back next week with more Dark Souls 2 right here on twitch.tv/Waypoint Community at 7 p.m. Pacific, 10 p.m. Eastern, and we hope to see you then. Thanks for watching.